My reaction to RWBY, Volume 7, Chapter 7. Last time on RWBY, Nora and Ren attended a victory party to celebrate Robin Hill being elected as councilwoman, or at least that's what was supposed to happen. So, after Jacques closed off some of his non essential businesses and laid off a lot of his employees, the forces from Atlas managed to calm down the rioters that were making trouble in the city. And slowly but surely, the votes started to go in favor of Jacques. It started at 30% for Jacques and 70% for Robin, and then slowly the numbers kept going up and up. But they showed two other contestants over there, and how come their percentages is not there? Was nobody voting for them, and people were only voting for either Jacques or Robin? I know, well. So, since Team Ruby got the night off, Blake and Yang are going to a dance party with Team Funky, where they're going to have fun by themselves. Whereas John and Oscar are going to the movies, and Ruby, Nora, and Ren went to a victory party that Robin was holding. So they met Penny over there, who was running security for the party, along with Marrow, and things were supposed to go fine, and they were counting down to the poll numbers going down. But Tyrion had attended the party, and then close to the end of the countdown, Wars turned off the lights, and Tyrion started killing a few people in the dark. Ruby saw Tyrion just before the lights went out, and then the killings started. And then Penny went to stage to protect Robin, but after she threw out her swords, Tyrion vanished and was turned the lights back on, and now people think Penny killed all those people. That Ironwood is now getting back at the people who hate him in Mantle. That was their plan from the start, to make Ironwood seem like the bad guy. They only targeted people who were calling out on Ironwood in Mantle, and now they're making it seem like he's striking back and taking out the people who speak badly of them, just to make him look like the bad guy, and to turn the people of Mantle against Ironwood. And now with Penny being framed like this, it's just going to get even worse. And then Watts made a video of it, making it look as though Penny actually was the one who attacked them, and then uploaded that video. But before all that happened, Ren and Nora finally kissed. And then afterwards, things went bad, and then they all had to get out of there. Penny went, I'm not sure where, and then Grimm started invading the city, just as Jacques Schnee was elected as councilman. So now they had to fight off the Grimm before they can find out where Penny had gone off to. So let's see how that happens now on RWBY. This is RWBY, Volume 7, Chapter 7. Worst case scenario. The episode is starting right now. Better world. You keep wishing. I was hoping that I'd like the ball. You're holding on to something. Let's hear consecutively. No. Just believe. I'm trying to learn the words. That happened. You're going to shine, that part. What? Okay, no, I was wrong. And dark subsequent dawn. Open up your eyes. We trust in love and open up your eyes. I'll just have to see this somewhere. Oh well. Okay, now what happened? Penny. Where is she now? Did you go talk to Pietro? Pietro's on.
Citizens of Mantle, following most recent group attack, a temporary prohibition on assembling is now in effect.
Oh no,
There
no.
are to be no public gatherings of any kind. Please conduct your business and return to your homes before curfew. This is for your own safety.
Now they're all scared of Atlas.
Hey! Stop right there! Stop running! Wait!
Military officials have gone on record to say the footage was doctored. Many citizens are still insisting that the protector of Mantle be deactivated.
Oh. Yeah, things are getting bad. The footage was indeed doctored. The footage was indeed. Who's this? Oh, this is Robin's apprentices. They're doing something right now. Robin's making a move, isn't she?
You are obstructing an Atlas military operation. Please step aside.
What's Robin doing? What the?
Hello?
What happened? Whoa! Invisible force field. Robin, what's this about? Okay, well, what's this semblance? Wait, what the? You disintegrated the whole thing?
This is the worst case scenario. More people are dead. Penny's been framed, and somehow Jacques Schnee is sitting on the council.
That's the second shipment for Amity that was hit today. It seems election night was the last push Robin needed to go from hometown hero to full-on vigilante.
I'm afraid the problem is more complicated than that.
What?
It seems Robin has emboldened our suppliers in Mantle. They're refusing to sell us provisions until the city is adequately repaired. With Robin redistributing the goods her team has stolen, the Amity project is completely stalled.
But we're so close. There has to be some way we can finish the tower.
There is. Declaring martial law.
What?
You're not actually considering
No way.
that, are you?
No way.
What's more important? Establishing communication to unite the world? Or appeasing a few city blocks?
Don't make it sound trivial when you know it isn't. You keep talking about how we just need a little more time, but you're not the one having to struggle.
We have all had to make sacrifices for the greater good. Mantle has had to bear a lot
Nora.
of the burden, yes, but
They're bearing all of it. The longer this waiting game goes on, the harder each day gets
Nora.
for people down there. And now you want to send in more soldiers? You can't.
Why is buffering? But I understand Nora's point though. He's been ignoring Mantle for far too long. This is going to happen sooner or later. 40 pixels as it is. Okay, let's try it again. In 3, 2, 1.
Force people to fall in line. If you do that, you'll just be trading all of these problems for the Grim.
Ironwood?
Please, General Ironwood. Squeezing Mantle this way, that kind of division plays right into Salem's hands. That's why Tyrion is here framing you.
Right. The reason we called you here in the first place. You're sure this was the man you saw?
Tyrion Callows was
Tyrion
accused of
Callows.
murders all across Anima. A
Anima.
homicidal maniac who escaped justice when his prison transport was attacked by Grimm. After that, he was never seen again.
Well, he works for Salem, and he's here.
If we ever had any doubts Atlas was Salem's next target, I think those are officially out the window.
But now
Yep.
we have a suspect. We can tell the people.
That a long-lost serial killer is loose in Mantle and the military has no idea where he is. Might make things worse before they get better.
I am so sick of secrets. If we just told everyone about Amity, about Salem.
we can't! If we talk about Amity now, we risk Salem's forces, who we know are here, working to sabotage it. If we tell them about Salem now, we risk falling to the Grim before we can reunite Remnant. We have to finish the tower. I want Robin Hill in custody. We can
What?
offer her a deal if she gets Mantle to cooperate.
We'll figure it out.
Anyone not assisting with Robin needs to focus on Tyrion. I want to know who he's working with, where he's hiding, what he's planning, and how exactly that video of Penny got all over my kingdom. Do I make myself clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
General.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the end.
Looks like we're approaching 51st.
Thanks again for the assist on this, you two. Now we may all be split between different trucks, but we need to be ready to act as one in case Robin's team takes the bait. If your truck is hit, pursue immediately. Everyone else will move in as fast as possible. Going radio silent. Over.
Well, so much for dance night.
Do you think we should have told Ironwood about Salem before he put so much on the line for Amity?
Sounds like you do.
I trust Ruby,
What?
but I think he deserves to know what he's stepping into. We all did. You
What's wrong,
don't
Blake?
agree.
Look around. The embargo, the military presence, the restrictions on assembly. He's a bit prone to overreacting.
Yeah,
That is true.
hard to argue with that.
That's been true since the day we met
Still,
him.
He didn't have a lot of good options.
I'm not sure there are many good options left for any of us anymore. Keeping secrets, taking lives, it makes you wonder how far we're going to have to go to keep doing the right thing.
Blake, we did what we had to do.
Did you?
I know.
Well, what's this
But
about?
Next time, I want to make sure we don't have to. And I can tell you, ambushing a huntress who's just trying to help isn't an option I'm thrilled about choosing.
Then maybe we shouldn't.
What do you mean, Yang? What's your plan,
What's she
Yang?
doing?
She's confused, scared. We'll have her recorded visual data shortly. That should prove her innocence, but the damage has already been done.
Oh, there's
People are saying
Maria.
about her. Ah, if Penny hadn't been there, Robin would be.
Calm down, Pietro.
I don't think Robin was their target. Salem's goal has always been to divide us. I think Penny was exactly where they wanted her. Just like at the Vital Festival.
And just like back then, someone is using our own technology against us. This stock-up footage of Penny came from her work all around now. Stolen straight from our surveillance network.
Ugh, hacking, technology. Oh, why can't people just do what they used to and fight to the death? A lot simpler if you ask me.
Well, if we're dealing with the same enemy from Beacon, hacking into Mantle's system would be simple. Fortunately, the rest of Atlas is running on an upgraded network.
And how would someone get access to that network?
Well, only a few people have clearance. Ironwood, the Council, our cybersecurity and surveillance leads, and maybe a select few who oversee critical systems like sewage or the heating grid.
The
So
heating
the
grid
heating
run
grid.
in partnership with the Schneedas Company.
What are you thinking?
I don't know yet, but something isn't right. Understatement
Okay.
of the century.
And how are you doing?
If Maria hadn't offered to help me these past weeks, I'd have likely collapsed by
That's where
now.
she is. That's where she's been.
Communications tower into the sky seems impossible on its own, but now, to think of what people want to do to my girl.
Calm
Even
down,
if the
Pietro.
worst does happen, you can always reactivate her again. So maybe try not to worry so much.
There's a reason why Penny is the only one of her kind.
Oh. Come on! In 3, 2, 1. Why?
When the general first challenged us to find the next breakthrough
Oh.
in defense technology,
Who's that?
most of my colleagues pursued more obvious choices. I was one of the few who believed in looking inward for inspiration.
What?
You wanted a protector with a soul.
I did.
Okay.
And when General Ironwood saw her, he did too.
Oh.
Much to my surprise, the Penny Project was chosen over all the other proposals.
Oh.
Would you be surprised? You created an artificial aura.
Not quite.
What do you mean not quite? Wait. That's your aura?
Gave her part of yours?
Yes. And each time I rebuild Penny,
It's your aura.
it takes a little more. If
What?
the people get their wish and she's destroyed, I won't be able to.
Okay, so. Alright. Well, that explains it.
We'll find whoever's responsible.
What? What?
I promise.
Over there. You covering his face and then. Blake and Yang over there. Hello.
Scramble! No, wait! Split up and regroup at the hideout!
Come on! There. Oh, Blake. Yang?
Please stop. We just want to.
Ah. Okay. Yang! Oh, those are shields. Okay.
If Ironwood wants me, he'll have to send more than a couple of kids.
He is. Stopping the trucks alerted the ASOPs. We don't have long before they arrive, so please listen to us. You need to know the truth.
You're stalling.
Amity Coliseum, all these supplies, they're for
Are you going to tell them or not?
a new communications tower.
It doesn't make any sense.
A new tower means the kingdom's.
I know what a tower means, fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
One of you take my hand.
What?
You said
What?
time is short. Either take it or I'm gone.
Oh. Let me guess, you're going to see your memories?
Tell me again. What is Ironwood building out in the tundra?
A new communications tower. He's trying to help everyone.
Green.
You're telling the truth.
Handy semblance.
Why keep that a secret?
Because he doesn't know who he can trust. Atlas isn't out to get anybody. The people murdering civilians in Mantle are just trying to make it look that way. And if those same people learned about Amity, they'd do everything in their power to destroy it.
So who are they? Who's actually behind this?
Yay, Blake, where are you?
We can't tell you that part yet.
Bullshit.
Look, we are trusting you, so trust us when we say that Amity Tower needs to stay a secret until it's done. We just need a little more time. Run! We'll throw them off!
I won't stop until I know the whole truth.
She is a bit like you, Yang. That's a nice semblance though. You can tell if someone's telling the truth. That the vault.
Staff of creation.
I hoped bringing you down here might jog some memories. After all, it was your idea.
You have to tell them that,
To
well,
lift Atlas off the ground.
I thought gravity dust kept Atlas afloat.
And that's the public story. But with the staff, we have a constant, seemingly limitless energy source.
Wait, is the staff doing it?
It could take us as high as we wanted.
The staff is doing it,
To
oh.
tell you the truth, that serves the inspiration for the Amity project. Get a communication tower up in the sky, higher than the Grim can survive. So we never lose contact with each other again.
But you're not using the staff to raise Amity.
The staff can only be used for one purpose at a time. We're going to have to do Amity the old-fashioned way, dust and all.
Oh.
It feels strange, knowing a part of me helped come up with all this.
You'll get used to it, I'm sure. Eventually, you won't even know who's who anymore.
Right.
We didn't always see eye to eye. But I wish I could ask us what we thought of all this.
Well, I can tell you what I think. The path you're heading down, where you're the only one with the answers, where you do the thing you think is right no matter the cost, it's not going to take you anywhere good.
We have to stop Salem. Nothing matters more.
Some things matter more, I think. Keeping our humanity. It makes us different from her.
Sometimes I worry that's her greatest advantage. Without humanity, does she still feel fear? Does she ever hesitate? When Salem hit Beacon, even with all my ships, all of my soldiers, I was no match for her. I've never felt so helpless. The way she told me she was there.
Queen. Ironwood? Queen. He's still haunted by what happened back then.
It's okay to be afraid. You just can't let that fear control you.
I am not going to end up like Lionheart.
He
Do
knows.
you believe in me?
I do believe in you. But not only you. I think the best thing you could do is sit down and talk with the people you're most afraid to.
I mean Mantle.
Now you are starting to sound like him.
Oh. Penny's back. Winter. Hello.
Winter, what is it?
From what, Jack? And what's he doing?
What's going on?
It looks like you're getting your wish.
My father's first act. We've all been invited to dinner, where
Oh.
the general will be defending his seat on the council.
What? Correction. His seats on the council. In Volume 4, he said he had 2 seats. Cool. Oh, this is in the first episode when we first met. Their old outfits. Yang and Blake over there. Is this the opening? Go back to dream. Yeah. The winter vault or the staff of creation. Wait, so I want to see what he said about staff of creation. He said that's what's allowing Mantle to, sorry, Atlas to stay afloat before all this.
It's the inspiration for the end. I hoped bringing you down here and
I thought gravity was
your idea, Pete. Bringing you down here might jog some memories. After all, it was your idea to use the staff to lift Atlas off the ground.
Okay.
I thought
Okay, I thought that's what he said. Well, things are not looking good in Mantle. Nora's finally tired of Mantle being burdened for what Atlas has to go through. Ironwood is saying that Mantle had to bear some of the burden of what they're going through in order to get the Amity Tower up and running. But Nora told Ironwood that Mantle is bearing all of the burden. Atlas is not suffering one bit. Only Mantle is suffering. Nora's tired of seeing the people of Mantle constantly get hurt because of the Amity Tower. Atlas is not suffering at all. Only Mantle is suffering. Because they're using Mantle's construction resources to build the Amity Tower. And just Mantles only. They're not touching Atlas's stuff. They're only using the ones that they saved for Mantle. And Nora was just getting on and just, oh man. But Rand didn't seem to be on board with it. He seemed to be on board with bringing Robin into custody because after what happened with Penny, she is now raiding Atlas stocks and taking whatever construction supplies they have over there and keeping them in Mantle so that they can use them to rebuild the walls. And then when she met Blake and Yang, Blake told her about the Amity Tower, and she has a semblance that allows her to tell when people are telling the truth or not. So when Blake told her about the tower while she was using her semblance, she saw that they were telling the truth. But she still doesn't know why they're building the tower or what they had to do about all of it. I don't know if they're going to tell her about Salem or not. Well, they ran out of time though. But now Robin's starting to remind me a bit of Yang. How her desire to find the whole truth and just not be satisfied until she found everything. She's starting to be a bit more like Yang, and by extension a bit more like Raven as well. Just like those two, she's not satisfied with half-truths. She wants to know the whole story. I hope Yang and Robin have a proper talk after all this is done. And so Robin's weapon is kind of like Lionheart's, where it's a bow that fires a few things, and it's also like a shield that she can use to defend herself. So Yang and Blake chased her and then told her that, and they both didn't exactly seem eye to eye on what they thought was the right thing to do. Like they were both talking about two different things, and Blake just wasn't sure, and neither was Yang. I'll have to go back and check that part out to know exactly what they said. But yeah. So People were just talking about the morality over here. People like they all had different ideas of what was best and what was right, and nobody seemed to be able to come to a common ground about which was the best thing to do, and which was the right thing to do. We had a lot of different opinions, and no one seemed to come to a common ground. That's like pretty much been what's been going on this entire season. It's like it seemed to be the theme for the whole season. And before and a little earlier on in the season, Ruby said that she's not sure if what's best is what's right. And the longer they keep this from Ironwood, the harder it'll become when they eventually found out. Yeah, I think they should have told Ironwood about it right away, but Blake said for now, maybe keeping him in the dark was for the best. Of course, time will tell, and it's only going to get more dangerous from here on out. But now they know for sure that Tyrion Callows is in Mantle, and now they're going to start searching for him. So, a bit about Tyrion. He was a criminal in Anima who escaped going to jail after some grim attacked his police transport, and no one has seen him since. And now no one is going to believe him if they tell him a long lost serial killer has suddenly showed up in Mantle. From Anima, that too. How would he even get to Mantle if all the borders have been closed? Well, Team Ruby got in somehow, but the people don't know that. And we saw Arthur Watts in the team that was made to build Penny. That means he knows about Penny. Watts is the juniors are trying to find, and they don't know the Watts is alive because apparently Arthur had faked his death before he went and joined up with Salem. But if they find Arthur, then they'll know that he is the one behind all of this. And Ironwood will definitely want to get back at him for what he did to him at Beacon. He had all his ships, all his soldiers, and he was still helpless to do anything about it. And now he just doesn't want to feel that sort of helplessness ever again. And I like to stop with Oscar actually. Like, it's okay to be afraid, but don't let that fear control you. Maybe you have to speak with the people that you're afraid of. And now it seems like that's finally going to happen. Jakshni has invited them all to come to that place, in hopes of taking away Ironwood's seat on the council. Or rather, his seats on the council, because in Volume 4, he said he holds 2 seats on the council. I assume one seat is for being the general of the army, and the other seat is for being the headmaster of Atlas Academy. But yeah, if he loses those seats now, at this time, things are going to get even worse. They're not good as they are now, but they'll be even worse if Jacques takes control, so that can't happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen at the Schnee Manor, but I guess we'll have to find out next time. Do I have anything else to talk about? Oh yeah, so they talk about Penny. Oh, and so when we first met Penny, she says she was the first synthetic human capable of generating her own aura. And then we find out that Pietro gave Penny some of her aura. That's also why she has a soul and why she's like a normal person. And that's why Penny is only one of her kind. So when he had to build Penny back up again, he had to give away even more of his aura to Penny. So I assume that he can only build Penny up so many more times before she's gone forever. So if Penny dies again, who knows how much aura Pietro will have left, or if he'll even be able to bring her back this time. I don't want to think about that now. In that case, I don't want to lose Penny anymore then. I'd rather not take the chance of that happening for good. I'm glad to have her back. I don't want her gone forever now. I don't know what else I have to say. I may have to watch the episode again to understand a few more things, but that's all I have for now. Let's see what happens in the Schnee Manor next time on RWBY. My reaction is now done.